Hi, good afternoon. I have here a Raspberry Pi 4, and then I downloaded the AROS for Raspberry Pi console like this, and then it says it's Arch 64 if I'm correct. So let's try to turn this on, the Raspberry Pi 4, which I inserted 64 gigabyte of micro SD card. In it is the AROS Arch 64 for Raspberry Pi. Let's try to boot this if it is for Raspberry Pi 4 AROS. Wow. So we don't have any volume here. I cannot use the mouse. So let me try this instead. No response. The keyboard is also not lit. So let me reset this again. Turn off. Turn on. I can control the mouse or the pointer. So turn it off. I'll be back. So now I have here a Raspberry Pi 3 3 Plus, if I'm not mistaken. So let's try to boot this AROS for Raspberry Pi ARM FF, ARM HF, I'm sorry, 64 bit. So let's okay, turn on. I hope this works. Wow. So we can now use the mouse. Wow. So this is the run disk. It says here Wanderer 128 M graphics. If I'm not mistaken, it's 128 M graphics. Mem, and then 870.29 M other mem. Wanderer about Wanderer 1.7 12.11.2025 the AROS dev team. So I tried earlier the Raspberry Pi 4, but I cannot control the mouse, right? And then no access to the workbench. So this AROS for Raspberry Pi ARM HF system. Okay, so let's close this here. Maybe let's leave it at that. Close. How about AROS? Okay, nightly ART64 Raspberry Pi build Abby underscore version 1 August 11 2026 1995 to 2026. The AROS development team, all right, sir. Okay, HDD system, Intuition, graphics, shell commands, workbench, tools, preferences, BGUI or BGUI, zone, kernel, DOS, networking components, C-Link library and POSIX layer, data types, documentation, translation, artistry, website, testing, evangelism. So sponsors, then acknowledgements, okay. So this is AROS nightly ARCH64 Raspberry build Abby version 1 August 11 2026. So I I should have said ARM HF, right? But this is a native build, AROS 64 Raspberry Pi. Okay, maybe I'm mistaken. I was mistaken. Okay, close. Let's see the question mark. Oh, so it doesn't have volume name, right? Okay, let's go to demos first. Nothing. Okay, there are. It's only hidden. Okay. Oh, 1 window at a time, right? Oh, sige. How about developer? Am I supposed to rename this volume? How about devs? Okay. Let's go to system. Okay. Yeah. Okay, again. How about tools? Okay. Install AROS right here. Yeah, maybe. How about I open another one? Oh, okay. So I need to open a new one. Okay, how about utilities? Okay. Again. Can I open multiple windows? Okay, no. How about WordPress startup? Nothing. If I click on install AROS, let's see what happens. Okay, welcome to AROS Research OS Installer. This program allows you to install AROS on your computer hard disk or attach USB drive. I don't know. Attach USB drive. Let me try if I can attach another drive here. Okay, let me try this. Okay. So a new SD device was detected. Mass storage. Proceed. Okay. Only use free space. Create or partition. Okay. Install AROS will now create a suitable partitions on the destination drive. Please select how you would like to proceed. Unit 0 IDE, I don't know. SCSI USB. Let's try USB, okay? So I inserted the micro SD card, USB drive, USB SCSI device 0. Use only free space. Okay, use only free space. Proceed. Partitioning of this field. Okay, quit. Okay, again. Oh, what happened? System. Why is it let's try the system again, okay? What happened here? Install. Oh, okay, let's try to reboot it again. Off, then on. Maybe I should remove the USB drive. Okay, first. Here. Again. On. Okay, good. So I'll be installing the AROS here, right? Should be in tools, right? Okay, install AROS. Okay, proceed. Okay, install AROS will now create suitable partitions on the destination drive. Please select how you would like to proceed. Drive is ahci.device 0. So this is the destination drive, right? So only use this free space. Okay. Partitioning scheme is select the partitioning scheme to use on the drive. So MBR, EBR. Name D0 and DH1. Proceed. Partitioning of this. Okay, wow. Error 100. Okay, I cannot install AROS. I don't know why. How about use existing partition? Okay. Use existing AROS partition. Okay. ASCI.device0. This is the destination drive. Okay. Install AROS will now create suitable partitions on the destination drive. Okay. Proceed. Choose language options. Install AROS core systems. Install extra software. Okay. Proceed. Please choose where to install AROS. If you are unsure, then use the default. Destination partition, format partition, AROS use work partition, work format partition. Okay. Destination partition is format partition, right? AROS. Use work partition, format partition. Okay, proceed. Install AROS is ready to begin. The options you have chosen will result in destination indestructible changes to your drive, and so you will no longer be able to undo changes after this point. Select proceed to begin installation. Okay, proceed. Please insert volume in any drive. Cancel. Not all files in boot write copied. Should installation continue? Not all files in boot were copied. Oh, I don't know. Quit. Cancel. I wonder why this has no volume name. How can I install AROS here? So I have a blank micro SD card. It's 16 gigabyte of storage. I'll be inserting this here, right? External USB drive. Okay. So install AROS. Oh, what happened? Okay. Again. Let's try to reboot it again. I'll be removing. No. Let's try to reset. Turn off. Turn on. Again, turn off. Maybe we should be removing this first. USB drive. Okay. On. Okay. Let's go to tools. Install AROS. Okay. So I'll be inserting this micro SD card, 16 gigabyte, free. Okay, proceed. So driver or drive, I'm sorry. USB, okay. Wipe disk. Create partition. Okay. So proceed. So we use the USB SCSI drive or device 0 right here. This is for installing the AROS, right? Proceed. Okay. AROS partition have now been created. To continue installation, you must remove or attach your USB drive and rerun this installer application. Select proceed to finish. Okay. So I'll be removing this again. Remove, okay, remove. And then reboot. AROS now. Proceed. Turn off. Turn on. So again, let's go to tools. Then install AROS. Then I'll be inserting this again. Okay, USB drive, 16GB micro SD card. Proceed. Okay. USB again. Okay. Use existing AROS partition. Okay. Okay, proceed. So here, install AROS. Okay, and then use existing AROS partition. Proceed. Okay, install AROS core systems and install extra software. So there are check marks here. Proceed. Okay. Their destination partition is check. Format partition. AROS live drive. Okay. Use work partition. We don't have any work partition, right? So proceed. Format partition for AROS live drive. Proceed. Install AROS is ready to begin. The option you have chosen will result in destructive changes to your drive, and so you'll no longer be able to undo changes after this point. Select proceed to begin installation. Proceed. Installing AROS, copying files to the destination drive. This may take some time. So it is copying the AROS or installing the AROS here inside the USB drive externally. Okay, and then it has 16GB of free space. Remember, I used the AROS AR64 for Raspberry Pi 3 Plus right here. Error scanning extras. Retry. Skip. Couldn't load extras. Retry. Skip. Not all files and extras were copied. Should the installation continue? Continue. Okay, and congratulations, you now have AROS installed. To boot AROS from the designated drive, remove the installation media and restart your computer using the power switch or reset button. Please proceed to the finish. To boot AROS from the destination drive, remove the installation media. Okay. Okay, proceed. So it says installation media. So the installation media is right here. So turn up first. And then I'll be removing the AROS Raspberry Pi AR64 or Raspberry Pi 3 Plus. It's right here. So this is the installation media, okay? Okay. So I also used 16GB of micro SD card here for the installation media. It's AROS for Raspberry Pi 3 Plus AR64. And then let's try to reboot. Turn on. Maybe I should transfer this here. So this the AROS live, okay? I'll transfer here. Right here. Okay, I hope this works. Okay, from the USB drive to the internal slot right here. So let's turn it on. Let's see. What happened? Nothing. Oh, let's remove again. This is the 16GB of external USB drive earlier, right? Then let's put back the installer media here. Let's put it back. Okay, turn on. Okay, so we have here the original installer media, right? Now I'll be inserting the one that we installed the AROS to. USB 16GB. Okay. Oh, right there. AROS Live Drive. Wow. Oh, okay. So it's the same as this one, right? What if I reboot it again? Turn off and then turn on. Okay. Cancel. Oh, what happened here? That device? Wow. Let's reboot it again. Turn on. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't recognize, right? So this is the AROS live drive, right? How about tools? Yeah, we already did that. Install AROS. How about this one? Okay, it's still accessible. So we have here the installer drive, right? This internally, right? Here. Then this is the AROS live drive externally here. So let's try some let's close this first. I'll try let's go to system, system, sysmom, or what else? How about preferences? Preferences here. Okay. How about screen mode? Here, screen mode. So screen mode is visible size 1824 by 984. Minimum size is 1824 by 984. Okay, maximum size is same. Frequency is 14 Hz. Maximum colors is 167. Or should I say 16 million? Okay. Okay. So BGR, okay, cancel. So this is AROS, right? And let's see the about AROS, or I'm sorry, about Wanderer. How about AROS? About AROS, okay, about. So this nightly AR64 dash Raspberry Pi build Abby underscore version 1, August 11, 2026. So maybe next time I'll be exploring more of this AROS. As you can see, we ran the AROS Live drive here using the USB stick. It's a 16 gigabyte free space that has now the AROS Live drive. But of course, the installation drive is still there inside, at the side of this Raspberry Pi 3 plus 3B plus, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't work on a Raspberry Pi 4 that we tested earlier. So I hope you like this video. Next time I'll be exploring more of this AROS. It's a what you call this, a distro for our Amiga OS. It looks good for me. So thank you very much for your time. Please stay safe. Goodbye.